Hey everybody, I'm Fighter Cows along with the other Geek Fighters, Double RPG, and Metal Blue Eyes.
Yo.
Power Rangers are not here. I had to say the word
Yeah.
Power Rangers. I had to say it. My brain just would not let me go until I said it for some
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
reason. Alright, now that I got
Yeah,
that out of my
R.I.P.
system, we're here to play Muramasa.
Yes,
So
we
one of the
are.
few games on the original Wii I really like. Not that the Wii didn't have good games. Obviously, Muramasa is one of them.
Of course not. It had some bangers.
It's just that unfortunately I didn't get to play a lot of those. Muramasa was one of the good ones that I got to play, but I never got to beat. That's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, essentially.
And just so you know, we will be going through the game and getting all 6 endings. But here's the thing, though. Even though we'll go through the main campaigns of both Kisuke and Momohime, I will grind off camera in between episodes, so that way we're at a good.
Makes it, yeah, because this game, yeah, there's some parts where that makes it more brisk pace of a stream.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, I'll make about 6 saves that will. Well, no, about
Not 6 sail.
Yeah, 6 sail. And they are right before the final battle of each, before each ending of the 2 characters. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's the smart thing to do. It's what I should have done with Ace Combat, and I did with my unfortunate redo, because I learned, wow, it's actually they expect you to do that, and I was this massive idiot for not realizing that. They expect you to have one save to leap off of that's like just before the first split path, so you don't have to keep replaying like the first 3 missions over and over again. So that does make sense.
And you can see that I have the Ultimate HD 4K textures going on for this game, so that way you can see it in all crisp, clean glory.
Oh, it's 2 HD. Oh, it hurts my eyes like animation, before 2005.
Muteki and LPH are in the chat. Muteki says, yeah, like Gingerbread Man. I guess he considers Ninja Gingerbread Man as one of the better Wii games in his opinion, which I'm actually really surprised. There were some that I know who said that they couldn't even stand Ninja Gingerbread Man.
I think that's his
Gingerbread
joke.
Man?
Boy, this looks good. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, here's the games I had fun on the Wii, alright? It was this one, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom,
oh yeah,
Mad World, and No More Heroes.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. That it's funny because like No More Heroes and stuff eventually came out on other platforms, and a lot of other Wii games did, but there's a lot that didn't. Like Mad World one. There's some other good ones I'd love to see get ported one way or another. Like for example, the Wii version of the Sega rail shooter Ghost Squad is like the best shit ever. But again, good luck trying to find like an actual machine in real life. You're better off just going with the Wii. And it's also pretty fun, but again, stuck on the Wii.
Yeah.
Yep, there's some games that still like Mad World's one of them.
Yeah, which I would love that to get like a modern day port to like all the biggies, but who knows? Well, I mean, hey, Nintendo did acquire themselves a porting studio, so
Yes, they did. Shiver Entertainment.
Did, and that was probably actually a very smart move, since they've proven that they can port pretty well to the Switch. So,
and they're going to be
they're probably a good company to have.
And they're going to be an essential asset to Nintendo's next generation system after the Switch.
Oh yeah. The world where console exclusives seem to be a thing of the past.
LPH, I really don't know why Mad World's not on newer generations of consoles. I guess it would have to be something that we'd have to pine Sega for, because I believe they're the ones who own the rights to the Mad World IP, even though Platinum Games were the developers behind it. That and Anarchy Reigns.
YouTube is... Oh yes, YouTube, Mr.
Now, I would have played this. I would have played the tutorial for all of you, but since I'm already familiarized myself with it, we're not gonna go through any tutorials.
I mean, makes sense. Oh, excuse me.
Mercy.
Ooh my.
But yeah, even on the Wii, or if you were playing this in HD, the old UHD textures, it still looks really good for today's standards, this game.
It does. By God.
And as Muteki says, but current next gen 80 or next gen PC gamers and HD 4K people will say that this game looks like trash. Well, if they want realistic graphics, well, they're going to be in for a rude awakening, seeing as how hurt the video game industry is for today.
Yeah.
Jigglypuff.
And honestly,
Forget
I don't want it to be bad, considering how, you know, bloated that companies' budgets are when they develop games, but, you know, it's like, you know, this is a hubris that I'm pretty sure that a lot of big, video game companies did not expect to happen, and they didn't really take the necessary precautions to prevent that. But then again, it is what it is.
Truth.
Man,
Truth.
man. So you're playing as Keyskate first, I see.
Yeah.
Cool.
First one I played whenever I first played this back in 2009, and I have not switched things ever since. I mean, we will be going to Momohime's campaign after we take care of
I already know.
Keyskate.
You said it was good, Paul. Hey, Lord Doom said they can go outside. Nothing has better graphics in real life, nerds. Kappa.
Yep, exactly.
True.
Starchild said Platinum Games has to be the worst licensors in game history. Yeah, they had
Yeah.
for every Transformers Devastation, there was 5 Legend of Korras.
Yeah, or their infamous TMNT game.
Oh god, don't even get me started with that. I'm still let down with Mutants in Manhattan.
Yeah.
LPH said, or stop hiring A-list Hollywood actors for your AAA games. Yeah, put the money paying them and just hire good voice actors.
Yeah.
Truth.
Oh man, but it's got to be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. No, it doesn't.
Nope.
Dwayne the Mineral Johnstone?
Yeah. Man, that reminds you of people making like weird AI videos of The Rock eating rocks.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Just like the Will Smith eating spaghetti one was an early one. That was another one. Was The Rock eating rocks.
Oh god, those AI videos are just nightmare fuel to the max.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh my god, I saw one that was like about grandmas or what. That video I could swear, if that was AI and not an actual demon, that video was like sent from hell. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Like
It probably was, like literally.
I recently rewatched multiple times the fan commercial for the H2O waterless pool with the AI generated imagery. It's like, oh god, what's up with these people having 6 or 7 fingers and they're always have these wide ass grins on their faces? Yeah.
Starshell said most of their games are delisted. Yep, for Platinum you're talking about.
Yep.
LPH said The Rock's too busy trying to get into the MCU.
Oh yeah, he is, isn't he?
Or is it Will? I don't know. Well, it's Rock. Man, let me finish this commission. Whose world is this? And then I gotta do some work, like actual work for once.
Yes, our boy is finally back in business.
At least, and I'm hoping it's one of those they keep me on type things.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, it only sucks that it's a monthly thing, though. I wish it was weekly. Because there's some bills that are due before I get paid.
Right.
So I'm like, well, I guess I gotta borrow.
As long as nobody screws you out of what you're actually supposed to get paid for how much you work, then yeah.
Oh yeah, all right. Hey, I gotta borrow this. Okay, I'll pay you back. And then like my job, then they're like, haha. We
like,
said we actually said you didn't make that much.
Oh, like,
that would suck.
Man, it's like getting hit with loan sharks. Those people are the worst.
Yeah, no, I ain't fit. I seen too much Mafia and Yakuza movies not to know better. Lord Doom said AI should give up because nothing will beat that Hogan song. You know the one. I think I showed you it, right? It's in.
I think you
wheels
did.
are cracking up.
Actually, I don't think I've seen it yet, but yeah,
Oh,
I'll take a look at it after the stream.
Yeah, it's in the VIP Discord. What after? That song's hilarious because it's like Lord Doom said. That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, "There's no way an AI wrote this." What do you mean? This is too accurate.
All right, we made it to our first boss. Now, right before the boss battle for every chapter, we always have these scenes where, you know, there's dialogue that takes place.
Escape, even if you manage to escape. This game was voiced.
Yep.
Was this dub or sub?
It's subbed because the dub's all in Japanese. This is one of the only Vanillaware games that we only got the Japanese dub on.
Weird.
And if you remember, Ignition Entertainment were the original publishers of this game, so I guess they didn't have enough money to hire a voice cast? Or they just wanted to keep the authenticity of the... Or they wanted to keep the authenticity of, you know, the Japanese voices since, you know, this is primarily set in Japan and all that.
Makes sense. Either explanation makes sense.
Yeah. And I don't think Ignition Entertainment is around anymore. If they are, please let me know. And if you remember, they were the guys who put out El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron, which was another game which we live-streamed a series on for the Geek Fighters.
Yes, we did.
And
that is that's some funky biblical shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I threw up playing the sequel.
Oh yes, Lost Child.
I really wanted to play it so bad. Man.
So, what were your memories of playing this game? I guess from either of you two, if you ever played it.
Well,
I have not.
I bought it and bought a classic controller.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, am I glad I got a classic controller.
Oh yeah. Games like
yeah.
this, make you happy you have the old classic. Which, I still remember that funky thing. Always wondering what those little things on the back were, only come to learn it's from like an aborted idea to clip the controller underneath it while you're using it that they eventually scrapped, but that's like a leftover from that.
Oh boy, Lord Doom, sheesh. He said he may have some more TLC clips of Blasphemy Man later. That dude
Oh no.
super blasphemous. Oh Lord, Lord Doom showed me the clips. He goes, Lord Doom's like, even I'm offended, and I'm not even. That dude was weird.
And I'm not even that blasphemous.
Muteki said, you know what I hate? Not using a computer for a week and doing long updates because Windows. Oh my god, I know the feeling.
Oh,
Same
boy.
here.
I hate that too so much. It's like, come on, I gotta do work. Nah.
Nah, fam.
Look at this guy. Look how big he is. He's way too big to be a ninja.
Man,
I know this is a boss battle, but seriously, he's too big for the role.
I ain't no ninja.
Oh, speaking of ninjas, if you guys remember Gaijin Goomba, he put out a new Witch Ninja video on his YouTube channel, and he talks about Deathmaster Snitch and the Eshin clan from the Warhammer series.
Oh, Warhammer, War Doom.
Yeah, so basically taking a look at the Rat Assassins, or as he likes to call them, the Rat Bastards, because that's essentially what they are. But yeah, it was actually a pretty good watch. I definitely recommend you guys take a look at it if you haven't. Oh, broke one of my swords, the bastard. But it's okay. If you ever watch Bleach with how their swords get restored over time, then it's kind of like that. But then again, this is not Bleach. But yeah.
Techie said, been seeing a lot of ninja motif this week, and that the Kurama, Naruto's fox demon, is alive in Boruto when we thought he died.
Yes, his daughter is the new bearer of Kurama. So Kiwamari has Kurama in her.
I'm assuming that has to do with the weird screwiness of what happened with the world resetting or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Probably.
I think, yeah.
But hey, he didn't die! Yay!
Well, remember in this new world, like Boruto is Kawaki. Kawaki is Naruto's son, which is never. Cause everybody just gaslit
Yeah.
somehow, and I guess since Naruto's stuck in a pocket dimension, that Kurama doesn't really ever die. So he's probably just reformed. Like, okay, I'll go to Iwari.
Well, you gotta remember, though, that even if... well, then again, I'm not sure which is more accurate. The fact that that Kurama was either dead for good or his spirit was trying to find a new host to be embedded as a Jinchuriki.
Like I was saying, they're just chakra. Those tail beasts, basically. They're just like pure chakra. They can't really die.
Exactly.
They just come back anyway. Bad Gamer says, "Sup, guys?"
Hey, Bad Gamer.
And Muteki said he found Tenchu.
Oh, nice.
And Muteki's even going what I said. Minato even said you can't really kill a tail beast.
Yep, ain't that the truth.
It's funny, speaking of Minato, I'm literally looking at my Anime Heroes figure of him because he's what I use to keep my dongle together on the Mac while I use my
Oh, nice.
Well, they do call him the Yellow Flash. So, he's helping keeping your laptop, on with that electricity, I guess.
Lord Doom asks, don't they run under Galactus rules?
The tail beasts?
You could just destroy their physical forms, but they'll just eventually come back anyway.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems about right for them. Kind of like Wonder of You and JoJo.
Remember Notorious Big?
Yes.
He's just at the sea now or something?
Yeah, he became a Kraken. or mistaken for a Kraken, and thus became a legendary monster.
Muteki, to answer your question, Shinobi on PS2, yeah, it's a pretty fun game.
That game's great.
It's basically the best way to it's basically a Ninja Gaiden, like the revamped Ninja Gaiden, basically a clone of that. But obviously, again, it's Shinobi themed, which is cool. It's cool because Shinobi is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Galactus rules then.
Look at this humanized fox lady with some tiggle bitties.
Well, the other one is bigger.
Yeah. I know who you mean.
Well, that complicates things. I'm gonna have to get rid of that ground collapse pretty fucking quick. And guess what? I can do it too.
Hey, Lord Doom says about JoJo, there's only 2 stands they had to run from. There was no victory.
Oh yeah, they are, Bad Gamer. The women in any Vanillaware game, I feel, is stacked.
With George Kamitani, man.
Yeah, and Kamitani, for those of you who don't know, George Kamitani, he used to work at Capcom, and he worked on Dungeons and Dragons Tower of Doom. I think he worked on another Capcom game, but the one I mentioned before with Dungeons and Dragons was the only one I know that he worked on. And that pretty much was what gave birth to the spiritual successor that is Dragon's Crown.
Neat.
Muteki asks, will the Punisher show up in the new Fantastic Four MCU movie? He did work for Didn't he work for Galactus?
Unknown.
That seems kind of that just kind of seems out of this world that Frank Castle would work for somebody like Galactus. Just saying. Because when it comes to
Well, Marvel's
the Punisher,
got weird.
when it comes to the Punisher, he's a goddamn one-man army. Like Big Boss.
LPH said yes in an AU.
Oh,
Which
okay.
There's been some stuff like that before.
And then Muteki says, "Oh, sorry, not that Punisher." Well, then who are you talking to? The robot Punisher. What?
Lord Doom said he either means the robot servant Galactus who had the name Punisher or Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Oh, okay, now that makes sense. Because I was about to say, if he was referring to Frank Castle, I was be like,
Since the Geek Fighters are here, part of me is like, sound out, get in here.
Yes, exactly.
It's sound out. The meatloaf.
Oh, since you said that.
Ma, the meatloaf! Fuck!
Well, Muteki, remember, there's Frank Castle as the Punisher.
Lots of
And I
Punishers.
think, yeah, but I think that's the one that most people are more familiar with, if, you know.
Oh, yeah.
LPH says that he wants a Punisher cartoon with the Thunderbolts.
You think they'll do it?
I would hope so.
Anything's possible. I mean, if there's a possibility that we can get a Spider-Man 98 after X-Men 97, then I'd say sure.
Excuse me.
All right, now we're able to forge new Muramasa blades. Funny how all the swords that we forge have the name Muramasa at the end, which that's the thing that you'll only see in the Wii version. But if you play the PS Vita port, which is Muramasa Rebirth, all the swords are named differently.
I even had the PS Vita version. I still didn't beat that one either. Isn't that crazy?
I think I still have my PS Vita copy, physical copy, with me. That and Tales of Hearts R.
Oh, that's true, Bad Gamer. He's right. If you want Sana, just tell him we're talking about Darkstalkers. That'll summon him.
Oh yeah. It's like
Lord Doom said, yeah, go ahead.
It's like Darkstalkers is his stand. He'll be there in case we talk about Darkstalkers or play Darkstalkers. I mean, we were fortunate that he got to play Darkstalkers with us through Fightcade, for sure.
Yeah. Well, especially helping him learn how to set it up because the Mac version is a bit more finicky.
Yeah,
but we got
it. True. Yeah. But anyway, didn't mean to cut you off twice.
Lord Doom said the name Punisher was originally a robot servant Galactus had. Then that name was given to Frank Castle because the assassin didn't seem like a name for someone they planned to turn face.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can see it. You know, I have to give him that.
LPH said, based off that Thunderbolts run with the Punisher, the cartoon he wants. I'm like, I guess you think Marvel will do it.
Mm-hmm. Although I'm pretty sure people are going to be pining more for Spider-Man 98, seeing as how Spider-Man the Animated Series ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and, then X-Men 97 shows that Mary Jane's not stuck in the Phantom Zone, or whatever the shit that was called again.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever the vortex
There's a
of
quote.
doom
There's
or
a
whatever.
quote about the Robot Punisher right here. Captain Marvel says, "They're called Punishers apparently. No relation to Frank Castle, except they're about as violent as hard to kill."
Ah.
And don't tend to become fallen angels with, holy guns and shit. So yeah.
Oh, I remember that. I actually do remember that.
Or that time that he became black.
I actually remember that too.
Mind you, that has happened, like, to him. It happened to Lois Lane. So in that case, it was intentional. She wanted to know what it was like to live as a black woman, so she used one of Superman's bullshit machines in the Fortress of Solitude to swap her race.
Fantastic Four number 49, 1966 was the first appearance of one of these Punisher robots. Frank Castle's first appearance was Amazing Spider-Man 129, 1973. So the robot, so like Lord Doom said, the robot came first.
I see.
I too see it.
There was a black Superman. His name is Steel.
Not to mention, yada yada multiverse shit, but yeah. I think his name was John Henry Steele.
Yeah.
Let's see here. He also fought Judd Nelson. Talked about Shaft a lot. Had a sledgehammer that had like a gun in it, which questioned why even use it as a sledgehammer if it's a gun. Also had a sidekick in a wheelchair. So yeah.
Oh, Wheels made a cameo. Way to go, buddy.
And not only that, she's in like a rocket power, like super tech wheelchair too. So not rocket powered, but it's like a super tech chair that has like a bunch of gadgets and stuff in it.
Right. Muteki says, he says Shaq live action Steel was great. Only time Shaq was good at free throws. Shaft was in the film. Oh, so, Isaac Hayes?
My darling.
Yeah, I always remember that woman in the wheelchair in, well, even though I haven't seen the movie, but I always remember that woman in the wheelchair in Steel, and how she actually kicked a lot of ass at the very end of the movie.
Oh yeah. Like I said, that's because she had all this like hidden tech and shit in her wheelchair.
Yeah. And a lot of people were like, man, damn, they should have based the movie around her.
Oh yeah. And same thing. If Steel's sledgehammer is also a gun, why even use it as a sledgehammer? Just use it as a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Only use it as a sledgehammer when you need something that needs to be sledgehammered.
Exactly.
Otherwise, just use it as a gun.
Oh, there's a kitty outside this hut.
Kitty hut.
LPH says better than his rap career. Oh boy. If any of you guys pre-ordered Shaq Fu on the Sega Genesis, then you actually got a single from his rap career.
That's right.
Man, you like a hot dog, enough the bun.
And then there's Shaq Fu 2 or something.
Oh, the Legend Reborn or a Legend Reborn. I still have that. I still have that game. I still have that game on the Switch. I still have never played it yet. But I'm happy that I own the physical version of that game. I'll say it that much. Yeah, if you just saw right there, that's one of the only enemies where you have to repel flames back at her with your blade. A lot of the other enemies...
Ghosts, yeah.
Yeah, most of the other enemies that you fight against in this game, you just do sword slashes. That's all. Lord Doom says something new.
Hello?
Yeah?
He said besides, Batman would cry and moan if he used a gun, but Vigilante is cool somehow.
But if you're talking about, like, Prime Batman, I don't think Batman would cry if he used a gun. If you consider his original stance in comics where he would still kill criminals.
Just this time he'd, like, lynch them from the Bat Jet, or, like, leave them to starve to death or something.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the original one where he not only killed but bragged about it?
Yeah, exactly.
And I quote, because I've read, I had the DC, like, comic app, like, free once, decided to read, like, the origin issues of certain superheroes.
Uh-huh.
He literally punched a guy into a vat of acid, killing him.
Oh.
And then a guy said, "Whoa, you punched him in that vat of acid." And Batman responds, and I quote, "A fitting end for his kind while posing heroically."
Huh. How poetic.
He wasn't just a killer, he was proud of it in his first issue.
Yeah, he was proud to be a killer.
Now that's a Batman I wouldn't want to fuck with. Now, aside from obtaining souls in the game to grind new weapons, you also have to obtain spirit, and obtaining spirit easily is by eating food, essentially. Yeah, so take advantage of food shops and that kind of stuff, or restaurants where you can actually eat food and all, so that way you can get more spirit on you, so that way when you're forging blades, you have quite a lot of them on hand.
Yep. Muteki mentioned the KGB thing, but Metal mentioned that too, where he locked him. Lord Doom mentioned what happened about him crying was that he cried as Simon Baz Green Lantern when he brought a gun to Gotham. He was right, but still, dudes and clowns sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you. Yeah, I don't have any accessories I can wear to increase my strength or vitality. So, you guys do anything special? Are you guys going to be doing anything special for Memorial Day coming up?
Well, it doesn't exist here, so no.
I'm gonna just try and get that bread. I don't know, unless my family takes me out for something. Otherwise, I'm gonna try and just.
Well, yeah,
chill
here's
and make
hoping,
money.
though.
Yeah, well, I gotta work on Memorial Day, but hey, at least I get time and a half pay.
That's good.
Yeah. That's one of the benefits to working during a holiday, even if it's a national one, that you get paid time and a half. And that's really good, extra money to be making right there. Of course, most of it's going to be going back towards my trip to Japan later in October.
Mm-hmm.
You know, speaking of Vanillaware games, I was also going to ask, did any of you guys try any of the other ones aside from Muramasa? Like maybe Odin Sphere or Dragon's Crown or Aegis Rim or the recent Unicorn Overlord?
I'd say I really have, so I'm not much use.
Yeah. I played Dragon's Crown a lot. And I played Odin Sphere because I had it on Vita.
Have you tried any of the online components for Dragon's Crown, even if you played Dragon's Crown Pro on PS4?
Oh, back then when it was still new on PS3, I did. A little bit.
Was it exactly like playing the Dungeons and Dragons games by Capcom?
Basically, which I liked a lot. That's literally what I thought of when I played Dragon's Crown the first time. I was like, boy, this is just a shadow over Mystara, basically.
Lord Doom says that Dragon's Crown solved the mermaid debate once and for all that he remembers. Mermaid debate,
and then Odin Sphere I played a lot. Mermaid debate, let them know.
Oh, the tail comes up to the knees. Oh, I see.
Oh, that's right, they do, yeah. in that world, you don't have to worry about it, basically. If you fell in love with a mermaid.
Ah.
I like that one from that fake documentary where it was basically like a monster that ate people.
Oh. I remember when playing Dragon Quest XI a lot, there was a story-based mission that dealt with a mermaid, and that was really sad. You probably know which one I'm talking about, Kaus. It's basically at that place which is essentially like Hawaii. You know, the last place you were at where you were having trouble with fighting the Kraken boss on the ship? No? Okay.
No, oh, I was muted. Yeah, no, I do, because that's where I stopped. Yeah, I forgot what I had to do.
Yeah, I'd probably have to watch it with you and see where it is exactly you're getting stumped in that fight.
But I beat the boss.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I just don't know what to do now because I'm at the girls' school. I forgot. I don't know. I forgot what I had to do.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All I remember is being there. I don't remember how I got there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know how Dragon Quest games go. They act like puzzle games where you have to go to different places and hopefully you solve the different conundrums on how to move forward. So, I can at least help you out with that part if you ever got around to playing that game again.
Yeah. Dorakue, you know?
Doragon.
Ichiban loves.
Yes, he does. He's very passionate about it, too.
That sucks that Toriyama died, man. Now that Ichiban can't get a art from him.
Hard to imagine, and it's almost been 3 months since his passing.
Right?
It is. Yeah. It was only yesterday, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. legend.
I mean, I'm still having a hard time processing that he's actually gone, you know?
Same, because friggin' he's the reason why I'm even here, you know? Like,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's this monkey we can talk to. And this monkey we can talk to, sometimes he will lead us to hot springs that are in the mountains. Doesn't really have any purpose except for, you know, just to sometimes generate conversation cutscenes.
oh,
Yeah. Conversation cutscenes with random characters that happen every now and then.
those are nice. Kind of. I remember these.
Mm-hmm. You know, just looking at something like this, it really makes me want to go... When I go to Japan, it makes me want to find a mountain that actually has a hot spring inside. Like an authentic hot spring, not like some tourist attraction or something like that.
Well,
But then
Here's
again,
what-
I'm pretty sure... But then again, I'm pretty sure that the snow monkeys wouldn't even appreciate my company.
Probably not.
They'd probably be constantly flinging their poo at me for invading their territory.
I mean, how could you do that for reason?
I mean, probably.
How could you do it?
For raisins.
Well, you gotta get off planet Vegeta.
Vegeta. Ah, off of the Seiya Star.
With the Saya people?
With
Saiya
the Super Saiya people.
Oh, Lord.
Lord Doom mentioned something about Legends. He says LL Broly is getting a Zenkai awakening.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, I was gonna play Legends earlier, too, funny enough.
Bad Gamer says, how could you do that to Frieza?
How could you do it?
Okay, there's one more section of this map I want to check out real quick since it has an item in it, and we're at that spot right now. And it's inside this whale. Oh, little Timmy fell into the well. Instead, little Timmy is Kisuke.
I forgot about the Timmies and the spikes and the water on the card. Metal Man.
I do.
I forget. Timmy is serious, but I forget. No, not serious.
Oh no. Okay, so Timmies are essentially like represent like 90% of people who buy card games. These are your kids and your like casual players, right?
Uh-huh.
These are the kind that usually go straight for like the pack and all that good stuff. You know, like all that good stuff.
Right. I get you.
Then you have the Johnnies, who are the guys who really love experimenting and seeing, like, really going outside the box and thinking, like, what kind of cool, you know, combinations or decks or, like, weird, like, self-imposed stuff or other, like, interesting decks. They're the guys who like to innovate a lot of the stuff. And then at the very top, you have the Spikes, who are the, like, top, like, cream of the cream, like, pro players who play to win, essentially. They showcase the game at its most, like, optimized, highest skill level possible.
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of the holy trio. There are others that people argue you could put in there and everything, but it really just comes down to there are casuals, people who like to play and mess around, and people who like to play to win.
I know in fighting games, I'm the play to mess around one.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd probably be what they'd call a Johnny.
Yeah. I'm above scrub, but I'm not Evo champ.
Don't worry. There's no Cobra Kai for Evo or anything like that, or for fighting games. If there is, then I'd shit myself.
You know what?
What?
If I ever were to become a Spike in a fighting game, that's what I would do. I would try to make a dojo Cobra Kai style and everything. You got it. Cobra Kai never die.
Bet your ass.
Always pop off when you win. Or something else. Be toxic. Be toxic.
Alright, we're heading to our next destination, which is in the Iga province. And yeah, look at that world map for Japan. Do you think that's what ancient Nippon almost looks like?
Well, I'm waiting for you to get there.
Well, I don't know. Let's have a look at Ghost of Tsushima, newly launched on Steam, and have a look.
Bad gamer, so I'm trying to get. Dang, bro.
Oh, damn, savage.
Wait, what?
And just so you guys know, those shrines that are color-coded, they will give you hidden challenges. We will tackle some of those challenges when we go through this series. We'll actually get some good prizes out of them, too, if we survive, which we will.
Oh, man.
Muteki says, guys, remember only Sony can rewrite history with giant crabs attacking Japanese beaches per E3.
Exactly. Based on their historical Japanese battles with their giant enemy crabs.
Well, historical thing, and now here's a giant. God, that's still fine.
Oh, don't forget, that was the same one that gave us Ridge Racer.
Yep.
And $599 US.
Wrong!
Remember the other?
Like I said, it was the golden days of Sony's Sony thinking that they were the hot shit and they could do whatever they wanted and it'd sell. But guess what?
They were dead wrong.
Yeah, Ken Kutaragi really shot himself in the foot with that one.
I hope someone got fired for that blunder. Hope someone got fired
exactly.
for that
Whenever anybody says that, a wizard did it.
Okay, but in episode 9 at Wizard.
Wizard. Wait, Tina can't fly. I'm not Tina. I'm Lucy Lawless. Oh. He's like, oh, wait.
She question it. She didn't question that. There's a reason.
Yeah.
Not Cena, Lucy Lawless.
Games that I've been playing lately are Marvel Spider-Man, and I finally got all the trophies, including the deals from all the DLC packs and New Game Plus, so I can officially
What
put
about the
that game
special
to rest.
edition consoles?
Matt Pex. Yeah.
Map packs in the special edition consoles.
I don't know if Marvel Spider-Man for the 2018 video game has that. Then I don't know. Maybe I would have to.
I
Put
think
in more
it did.
dedication to.
I think it had like a PS4 or something based on it.
Yeah, it did. Red
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
one. Neat.
Oh.
Lord Doom says Metal Wolf Chaos is how I choose to remember America.
Yes. that game. Say what you will about Metal Wolf Chaos. That, even though it's made by a Japanese company, that is the most American game ever created.
Very.
And I have that on Steam, Metal Wolf Chaos XD.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, you either got to have it that way, or have the Xbox original, which I'm sure a lot of people probably don't.
Yeah, and it was only exclusive in Japan, too, so you would have to have a Japanese original Xbox to play that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Too true.
Ain't that something?
Aside from that game, I can't remember too many, like, exclusive killer games on the OG Xbox in Japan.
It had some pretty cool, like, mech games and stuff that only came out over there.
Yeah.
Because remember, at that time, they had a good relationship with Sega.
Yes, they did.
Matter of fact, a lot of things in the Xbox do look like a continuation of Dreamcast. I wonder how many people know that. Even the button layout of the controller itself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Heavily inspired.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like the OG Xbox still. I may not play the series or the E3s, but I still have an OG.
It's like, what's your favorite Xbox controller, the Mark II controller or the Duke?
Mark II. Yes, whatever.
I like the Duke, but that's me.
You know, that's something. Cause, is it just more comfortable? Because I know Kane said he preferred the smaller one.
Oh, it's just a comfort thing. I guess it was a good size for my hands with the buttons and everything. I don't know.
Yeah, I
That
guess.
makes sense.
I don't exactly have huge hands, but I guess it was like just the right size and everything.
That makes sense.
That's understandable.
Just more one of those personal preference type of dealios.
Yep. Wait, screw that up.
Oh yeah, Bad Gamer, Metal Wolf Chaos. That game is truly a blessing from the heavens.
Diddle.
It was made by From Software, believe it or not.
Oh yeah.
Well, I
Yes.
do because I knew about that game already.
This was right before they became famous for Dark Souls and Elden Ring, much, much later. And yeah,
Oh, yeah,
basically,
of
as Lord Doom says, it's basically Armor Core, but just set in America.
Very America.
Oh,
And the dialogue is so bad, it's great in that game. All right, we're at the actual second stage where we need to be.
play that second
Yes.
scene.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that quote. Lord Doom says, "The story is crazy, and it has my favorite inflection of the phrase, 'Let's party,' I've ever heard." To summarize it, Bad Gamer, you play as the President of the United States in that game. But of course,
Yep.
it's a fictional president. So it's not one of the historical ones or whatever.
Oh, of course.
Like,
I mean, it's not like you play as not like you play as the 25th president of the United States, Funny Valentine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna make up a name for the Metal Wolf. You play as President Bill Clinbush.
Bill Clinton. I love that one.
Bill Clinbush.
Your thing there, Clinton Bush. I love it.
Oh. Even Lord Doom says it greatly to talk about the premise of the game. Your goal, bad gamer, is to take America back.
Yep.
And I can also say that's one of those games where you can just put in the soundtrack to Team America World Police and it would just fit.
Yeah,
fit
exactly.
The bill.
Just loop it.
Yeah,
Good.
Like Guile does when he's doing laundry.
Yes, I knew you were gonna make that quote from the Street Fighter collab on Newgrounds. God, I missed that Flash collab. That was truly one of the best Flash collabs I've ever seen. That and the Metal Gear Flash collab, both 1 and 2.
Oh, the Metal Gear one. Metal Gear. Red Canadian.
Metal Beer. But remember, in that one sketch with in the Street Fighter collab where Guile listens to America over and over again on his iPod, we got the Dan Hibiki podcast.
Yep. Street Fighter? Streetest Fighter.
Streetest Fighter.
I love how Blanca tells us. Blanca's such a wholesome, like...
I think it's funny how he's listening to either Beethoven or Ludwig von...
Oh, no, you're right. No, yeah, you're right. No, it was Van Geef was listening to.
Yeah, Zangief was listening to the podcast. I think it was funny how most of the characters in the Street Fighter collab always kept mispronouncing Sagat's name wrong. They're always calling him Sagat.
Yeah. He's not Bob Saget.
Saget.
Hey Sagat, how you doing, man? It's Sagat. Bad gamer. Don't forget Dan's guest, Dan Hibiki.
That's right. So Dan, can I call you Dan? Back when Flash was something you animated with.
Oh yeah, Newgrounds was the shit back then.
Now I use Clip Studio Paint. I actually did try animating the Flash a couple times.
Clip Studio.
Well,
Yeah,
I did those now.
I did a Flash animation
You
on
did?
Newgrounds once. But
I
even though
told
it
Bad
wasn't-
Gamer that you did. I didn't show him what it was. I just told him you did. He was like, "But you did." He was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, but of course it wasn't really like the best thing put out in the world, but I mean, I could have done better quality-wise, but it was still a decent first attempt at it. Yeah, I definitely learned a lot of things using Flash back in the day, for sure.
Now I just wish I could pay for Clip Studio EX.
Oh yeah, now they don't call it Flash anymore. They call it Adobe Animate, if I recall.
Yep. Adobe Animate. Yep, that's it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can still do sprite animations and all that, but it's just like...
remember before it was flat, it was Adobe, it was Macromedia,
Yes.
and then
Remember
Adobe
that?
bought them.
Remember the Shockwave player?
Yeah, SWF, man.
Yep.
Couldn't do anything with all my. You know what I would do is if I want to download a Flash video, I had to use friggin' Real Player.
Oh, Real Player. Yeah. Now that's an old name. In
A lot
like
of people hated Real Player, but it was the only way to watch certain things, man. Frick.
yeah. Man,
yeah,
there's a lot of
there's internet stuff that like if a kid came in now like wait what? We're like yeah, the internet was
remember
a
the
very different place.
remember the web browser Netscape?
Oh yeah, that's
Netscape
before.
Navigator.
That's our us and older would even recognize that name.
Mm-hmm. And there's also
There's also Usenet.
there was web crawler, the search browser.
Okay, why does that remind me? Because what was it? Yesterday, they finally, after like 30 years, shut down IQC. Apparently.
Oh wow, I remember that.
Yeah, they finally shut it down. I think it was like yesterday or
I
today.
remember back at my old Windows XP computer having that.
I'm pretty sure you also remember Ask Jeeves.
Dude, Ask Jeeves. Now, back in the day, Google was new, and I didn't know about it. It was around then, but I didn't know about it. So the search engine I used was Dogpile.
Oh yes, I remember Dogpile.
That's the one I always used back then.
Oh man.
And then Ask Jeeves, I didn't know that it didn't have to be a question because it was called Ask Jeeves. I always made my search a question.
Yeah, I always made my search a question too. I didn't even realize you could just enter a few words and you'd still get your results.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So yeah, you're not the only one, man. I did that
Alright,
too.
well, at least I'm not alone then.
Yeah, exactly. God, I remember.
I miss those days. R.I.P.
Oh yes, I do too.
Bad Gamer said he tried to make a Mega Man Sprite comic and it was awful.
I don't even
You
remember.
won't be the only one, I'm sure.
You remember GeoCities, the website builder?
Yes. Oh yeah. There were so many sites that a lot of them.
Well, how about some other ones
random
like
sites.
Angel Fire or
Angel
Tripod?
Fire. Yep. What's your other one?
Yes.
That's what he said after Angel Fire. I didn't hear it.
Not sure.
Metal.
Did he?
I don't know. He just said Angel Fire or something. I think he said Tripod. I'm not sure.
Tripod.
Okay.
Tripod. Yeah.
Tripod. That was another old like free hosting site too, along with like Angel Fire and the ilk. Lycos, Alta Vista. You know, some other ones of the like.
Yeah, and I remember a lot of those GeoCities websites. They would always have music to those sites too. You don't hardly ever hear music in those websites anymore.
No, of course not.
Or hear music in websites in general.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
God, just talking about all this stuff, it just makes me feel really nostalgic for just remembering how the internet was back in its dark age, I guess you could say, when it was available commercially.
Yep.
Man. Me wish I could go back in time to that period and embrace, you know, when the internet was in its infancy
Well,
again.
there's certain things that's lost media that like it'd be nice to archive, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully.
Alright. Here we go with our next boss fight. And what's our boss? A giant-ass centipede, that's what.
Centipede.
And the thing about the centipede... The thing about the centipede is that each of its, I guess you could say each of its torsos are a spot you can actually attack. And the more you attack, you actually can build up longer combos, get more souls and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, take advantage of fighting this boss. Like, I fought this boss so many times, I even got up to, like, 999 hits, the max number of hits you can do on a...
Oh, wow.
I
see you're already 300 plus on my end.
Yeah.
Golly.
But then again, that was when I was actually good with the game, but now, as you can see, I'm not really doing so hot right now and trying to maintain my combo and all that.
You're also streaming. Bruh,
Yeah.
I've proven it so many times where I'll do stuff easy, and then as soon as we start streaming, man, all of a sudden I'm dropping combos and everything. I don't know what it is. Like, if it's like your brain is like, oh, now I gotta think of doing two things at the same time, or what?
Yeah, exactly.
Lord Doom says he has to test the search engine. There's one to look up videos of a known internet liar, and he's not talking about Hogan this time, Kappa.
You know, Chaos, we need to watch that video again, searching on the internet, you know, that tutorial that's really bad, but it's good, that gave a lot of YouTube poops and whatnot to it.
Oh, I know exactly.
You mean them
The
kids
Jam
looking at
family.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that. If you keep clicking...
Kid's Guide to the Internet, yeah.
Yeah. Keep clicking, it'll reset. Clicking. I remember that part.
Don't forget to check out other websites through Netscape Navigator.
Oh, good. It's like, it's just watching those parts, it's like, I laugh so much when they're, you know, trying to talk about those certain spots during that tutorial that they're always looking at the camera, and I just can't help but just laugh so hard that they're trying to maintain a level of professionalism.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently...
You never heard of that video?
And apparently those kids, or the family in general, were simps for Star Wars. Because there was a lot of...
They were?
Yeah, there was a lot of talk
There was
about
a lot
Star
of talk
Wars.
about the then recently announced upcoming Star Wars prequel trilogy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that was about the time when he first announced that, yeah, he's working on something. So...
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you
interesting time capsule.
If you watch the YouTube poop of that video, oh, it is pure bliss.
It is. It really is.
Especially when you have that one girl shaking her head up and down, or nodding her head up and down, jamming to the song Wang Chung.
I know. Yeah, I know the exact one you're talking about.
Everybody have fun.
That's
tonight.
funny because that one was like years ago. But the funny thing is, that guy still does like poops to this day.
Yeah.
He's like one of the few like longtime creators that's like still around because YouTube poops have mostly died, except for like a couple like longtime hardcore creators like Da Things or CS188 or whatever.
Yeah, they're still around, but yeah, it's just like a lot of those videos, especially YouTube poops, are really few and far between in this day and age. Kind of like anime music videos or AMVs in general.
Because of copyrights, yeah.
Yeah.
For AMVs.
That was
copyright.
Yeah, that
Holy
was a
crap.
huge.
How
that
many
was
hits
a
you got?
that was a huge boom for YouTube back in the day. It was
It really was.
AMVs.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I got to 999.
Sick.
Nice.
But it won't. But it will not go past beyond 999 hits.
That's awesome, though. That's great.
Boy, I hope I don't get carpal tunnel from this.
Hey, welcome to the club if you do.
Yeah. Right?
I got it from playing. Well, actually, I got it when I did my first job.
Oh.
They didn't want to. They were like, no, it's because you play too many video games. I was like, the job doesn't allow me time to play video games.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, get rid of that disgusting thing for once.
Oh, my thumb. With this new Demon Blade I obtained, I can now destroy orange barriers.
Iga no kame kanemuchi.
How many people still making videos since 2006?
Oh, like, they're still around? That's a good question.
Yeah. Maybe only just a select few, but, yeah, it's like everybody who I knew who started back then, up until, I don't know, sometime within the last decade, like in the middle of the last decade, all of a sudden just moved on after that. That or they changed their, the type of content that they work on.
はぶらかしおったなキスケ。化け物などこの世におるものか。まんまと現実を食ろうだな。もう騙されぬぞ。
But yeah, I used to watch a lot of independent video game reviewers back in the day. I mean, I used to watch Swag Show. I used to watch Never Chris. I used to watch Slasher Thrasher, Samtron 5000, Jumble Junkie, Gaming Goose, or The Gaming Goose, Stan Birdman.
Excuse me.
You know, it's just a part of me is like, I really wish they'd still be making videos, which some of them do, but most of them have already moved on.
Oh yeah.
I would
totally
say
get
if there's one legend that's still around who's been around since the beginning of YouTube, I would have to say, like, Happy Console Gamer, maybe?
I guess.
He's 50 plus
Like
now.
him and like, yeah. I guess, yeah. Well, most of them, like you said, either move on, get, ran off YouTube because of copyright shit or, various reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Or they were found out for, being an unfortunate nickname I called Kyle that one time.
Oh, yeah.
They found out for doing that.
Oh, God. Seriously. I was like, you called me that? What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I know.
It was funny. I still remember. Yeah, it was funny. I remember when we showed Wheels that clip, he was like, wait, Kyle didn't even react right away. And I was like, yeah, I was going to react, but Jerry was asking a question right beforehand before I could say anything.
Yeah.
九段の鳴神で藩主鏡の娘虎姫が海域を不服として藩徒となって伊吹山に立てこもっておる。捕らえたいが姫に化け物がついたとの噂が立ち。
So we're being introduced to Yuki Nojo, who's actually a more prominent character in Momohime's campaign than Kisuke's.
伊吹山の鬼となりし鳴神の姫。
Now, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are going to say, oh, who's this Sasuke wannabe? And as you can see, my character's at level 8 right now, so we're doing pretty well, all things considered. Yeah.
What's time for?
Time Force!
Yeah. That's what I wanted to say.
And not to mention, Muramasa the Demon Blade, when I first started YouTube back in 2009, this was the second game I reviewed. First one was Bucky O'Hare on the NES, but this was the second game I reviewed. Uh-huh.
Did not know that.
Fair. Good to know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, jeepers.
But, oh my god, when I started reviewing back in the day, I still used a DVD recorder to record the gameplay through DVDs. And then I just ripped the... Then I just ripped the footage on my computer onto... from the DVD player on the computer to my external hard drive. So I was pretty much doing it the ghetto way back in the day.
Hey,
the legit.
So AVGN basically did it, I think. Like
he
line into like
yep.
DV cameras, I think.
Uh-huh.
Or like mini DVs.
Yeah.
You know what I did?
I think
when I was podcasting was I just had a lapel mic, $10 lapel mic, and I would just save my stuff into the mic and then turn on my speakers and just put it right up to the speakers for whenever my guest was speaking on Skype. That's how I did Atari Cast back then.
I know some people, whenever they record video game footage, they would actually like put like their camera in front of the TV and record that way. I guess you could say that's more of a ghetto way of doing things.
Hello?
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
No, I hear you.
And then that mic broke.
Oh.
And then I had to buy... And then I finally, when I got my Mac Mini, I found out about a thing called Audio Hijack, which is still around. As a matter of fact, Audio Hijack on my new Mac is how I share sound on my Discord when I'm on the Mac.
Ah, okay.
But that let me record Skype calls without having to put my mic to the speaker anymore.
I remember the
Some other
first...
people... Yeah, go ahead.
The first thing I used to record legit HD video back in the day was a little tool called the HD PVR. I can't remember the manufacturer of that, but that was what I used to capture HD footage before I, switched full-time to Elgato.
Oh,
But that was one of the things where I had to use the component cables to actually capture the footage instead of using an HDMI cable.
okay.
But yeah, it was an interesting experiment to try to capture footage back then, but it still got the job done. I mean, I didn't like it whenever I recorded for PS3 footage that there was always be that black line on the top and the right side of the captured footage. It's just like a really thin black line. Whereas on the left and the bottom, it was like fully covered. But then later I realized that you can actually use a HDMI converter to connect to an Elgato HD capture card to bypass the HDCP lock on a PS3, so that way you actually capture the whole footage. But the only downside is that you can only record the audio through an optical audio cable. You remember those?
Yep.
I do.
I also remember being me.
You remember being you.
There was some, speaking of Skype, there was some people who recorded podcasts where I said I would put my audio to the mic to the speaker, or then later learned to use Audio Hijack, which is a lot better. Just record the call,
Right.
There was some dudes who were like slightly less ghetto than putting to the speaker, but less ghetto than putting to the speaker, but not as easy and clean as just recording the call. What they would do is tell their guests to record with Audacity.
Oh,
And they record their end with Audacity, send their audio to the guy editing the podcast, and then he'll just try to compile the audio. And I'm like, that sounds so much more work.
Yeah, I remember using Audacity to record my lines whenever it came to working on videos or doing podcasting until someone gave me the suggestion and said, you should be using Adobe Audition because you got a lot more audio editing options and a lot more better usage.
Yeah, Audacity worked fine for me for podcasts, but right? Isn't that a lot of work to have someone else record it and try to compile it?
Yeah.
Instead of just recording the call.
I even remember using something called Skype audio recorder to record the conversation.
Yeah, Skype call recorder. Yeah.
I think that's what Wheels used.
Yeah, he did for a while.
Is it me, or do I smell chicken, or am I just hungry?
Probably hungry.
Could be a bit of both. Look at those big meaty men right there.
I remember how Big E wanted the tournament. They were like, no. He was like, come on. I'm like, man, yeah, exactly, man. Shoot, I wanted to see it. The big meaty men slap meat tournament.
Man, that would have been blissful. I mean, I guess the only thing close that we got was pretty much the Meat-ocalypse from WrestleMania 39 last year between Sheamus, Gunther, and Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm in this room now, and we're taking on one of the challenge rooms. So basically, in this room, I have to take down 100 ninjas, and you get some really good prizes for doing these challenges. Now, I won't be doing all the challenges, but there will be some that I will be going back to every now and then. I might even show off the hardest challenge, but that will be like right around the time when we're wrapping up this series. You know, originally, I was going to go into Suikoden 3, whenever it came back to me, but then when I was playing this game, I was like, you know what? I'll wait a little longer for that and actually do this, because this is actually, this game is definitely worth my time as well. And besides, it won't even take as long as, say, Suikoden 3, and, yeah. And just so you guys know, I still haven't beaten Eiyuden Chronicle yet. I'm taking my time with that, but I'll be coming back to it every now and then.
Like I said, I gotta see how much money I can spare first, after I pay all my bills. But
right,
I think my main, if there's a frivolous purchase, not frivolous, like it doesn't matter at all, but like, something that isn't just necessary, like it'd probably be the Plus Premium.
The what?
I'd probably get Plus Premium as. Like,
oh yeah,
instead of like trying to get a whole bunch of other stuff.
Right, you want to get the yearly deal instead of doing the monthly payments, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I learned to imitate. Exactly.
So, pretty much today's episode of the Geek Fighters is all nostalgia talk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a nostalgic game.
Yeah, exactly.
Very.
So with us, going through this game, it's really befitting to talk about that other stuff too, like how the internet was back in the day, old days of YouTube, with video game reviewers.
This basically, this stream brought to you by a bunch of guys in their 30s, like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Literally.
Yeah, in the next couple years, I'm going to be 40 years old.
Yeah.
Hard to believe.
Bad Gamer says he still needs to pick up Eiyuden Chronicles, along with Paper Mario and Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 at some point.
Yeah.
Also gotta send Sound out some money, because speaking of games on the Switch, it's like, well, Plus covers PlayStation, but for Switch, that's Nintendo Online, and I'm in his family plan, so
Yeah.
see if I can spare him. Okay. Because if you don't know, when it's time to re-up, we were all broke, so he just had to eat the full cost of Nintendo Online. And I felt so bad, even though he understood, at the time. I was like, man.
So basically, you're going to reactivate it if you manage to get more money by then.
Well, I'm gonna stay in his family plan, but I'm gonna chip him what I was gonna chip him.
Right.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that was sick. You switched it right at the right time.
Yeah, exactly. It's a pretty handy move when you switch between blades.
Yep. This game was so fun. Bad it slept on.
Hey, it's all right. I mean,
I wish it would get another port outside of the Vita.
Oh yes, that's
on a
something.
console that isn't dead.
Exactly. That's one of those things that we're always going to bring up. Is like, this game needs to appear on other platforms. I don't care what George
Odin Sphere's
Kamitami's...
on.
I don't care what George Kamitami said, the problems with trying to get this game onto different systems. That needs to happen. He says that there were certain, like, things that were preventing this game from being ported to other systems, but I can't help but feel that,
Yeah, that's why I was on
like-
the Vita, right?
yeah. I
So
can't
tell
help...
him.
You know, I can't help but feel like, that whoever owns the rights probably is the reason why we haven't seen another port, and I think it's Marvelous Interactive who has the full rights to this
Oh,
game.
aren't they the Senran Kagura people?
Yes.
They
And
ain't
I
doing
think...
a new Senran Kagura.
And my guess is maybe Axis Games does not want to give up the, at least the North American rights back to them, since they own the rights to that of the PlayStation Vita version of this game,
Tengu.
which honestly is kind of petty when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't matter what people's beliefs are. It's like, get that game on other platforms, please. Or if you can't do that, then at least make either a sequel or a spiritual successor of some sort.
Right? That's what I'd want.
Yeah.
Please. I mean, look at Igarashi when he do with Bloodstain.
Exactly. And that game
Fun
is
game too, right?
Yeah, it's still
But my
a really
Plus
good
ran
game.
out, so what? I have Plus, so you know what I mean. My Plus Premium ran out,
Yeah.
so I still have it. I didn't delete any of those games that were playing on Premium. I was like, no, I'll get it eventually.
Oh,
I've
nice.
been to re-download just to thing. Any of you guys playing Gacha in the meantime?
My usuals, my Dokkan, my Master Duels and such.
I don't play gacha games that much. I mean, I should get back to playing them, especially Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis.
Yeah.
I know you tried it once, Jerry, and you didn't return to it because of how big the game was.
Yeah, download and everything was being a pain in the butt, so I just uninstalled it. I think I
Yeah.
thought it was good. Otherwise, I just maybe when I get a new like an actual desktop tower or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
so that
phone,
way you could...
or just put on my
that-
phone on it.
I mean, you can also download it on Steam for free, too.
I mean, that's where I had it on Steam.
Yeah.
But like, it was taking my laptop's Wi-Fi couldn't download the update because, as you know,
yes.
the Wi-Fi on my laptop is whack.
Outdated.
I don't know what it is. Could be. I don't know.
I mean, if your Mac is old, which it shouldn't be, I don't think.
No, my laptop, not my Mac.
Oh, your laptop.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Wi-Fi card on that thing just ran. I could have good internet, but the laptop will still say, "Oh, you're only downloading at like 1 megabyte," something weird like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "What? Is my speed bad?" And I check my modem; it's fine.
Huh.
It's just a laptop. Like Alex could tell you, he thinks it's probably the Wi-Fi card in my laptop.
I could see that.
Bad Gamer says he's playing Woo-Wah.
Woo-wah.
Stuck on trying to get his account level up. Oh, like me and Honkai Star Rail. That's why I gave that up. Because the only advice was get good. And I'm like, you don't know how to play JRPGs. I'm like, really?
Really?
Hey, the guy's beating a bunch of JRPGs. Yeah, okay.
That argument again that they use? Oh, God, that response that they give when you ask for advice. Oh, golly, I hate that with a passion when they say get good, because it just shows that they don't even care. They just only care. They just only care about themselves.
It does.
I'm like, I
Jesus.
thought this was to ask advice.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's to get good, I guess.
JRPGs are for you. Me playing a bunch of them. Okay?
God, it's like this is not the FGC where most people will actually say that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a single player game. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean
Yeah.
get good? It's not like I'm trying to win Evo.
Mm-hmm.
I was asked if I should make a Wuthering Waves channel in Discord, and I'm like, no, because it's only what? You, Alex, you, Lord Doom, and Toma that are playing it in our server right now, I think. Unlike Final Fantasy XIV, where like pretty much everybody except me and Wheels and Metal play 14. So that made sense to make it a channel for in that server, in our server. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody but me, Wheels, and Metal play 14.
Oh, I need to get back to 14 eventually. I know I stopped a few years ago because I wasn't really getting anywhere, and I was didn't have a lot of time to spend with trying to grind for Gil and all that. But you know, maybe there will be a point where I'll muster up enough time to actually subscribe back to playing 14 again. But who knows?
Lord Doom says he's also doesn't play 14. Okay, so it's 4 of us now. But most people in the TGF server do, so that's why I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. And of course with Dawn Trail coming out this November, I think.
Alex, does it come out in November?
Oh wait, it actually comes out next month? Really? Dang. I didn't know that. It's like they're going back to the regular scheduled time of how they release expansions, so interesting. Because they would always seem like they release them in like in the middle of every other year, basically. But that was of course before COVID hit, and then the release time between expansions ended up getting a little bit longer than usual. Kintsuba. So we're at we're at a snack stand on the road, so we're not at an actual restaurant.
It's like you said, eat the food.
Exactly. Eat the
Or as
food,
Homer
get the spirit.
Or at
What
time,
type is-
I think Metal would know this line. Eat the pudding, eat the pudding, eat the pudding, eat the pudding.
It's pudding.
Oh yeah, Bad Gamer. I totally remember that when Naoki Yoshida said, you know, I'll release Dawn Trail 1 week after Shadow of the Erd Tree releases for Elden Ring because everybody's gonna want to play that. It's like, you know, on one point, I find it funny, but at the same time, I actually find it very nice of him to say that because it definitely shows his humbleness.
Only those more big game leaders that, you know, were humble.
Yeah, we need to have more of those. It's just, now it's like they're few and far between in this day and age.
Who treat it like, you know, even though it's a business, it's still video games, you know? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
play that for fun, not for...
And you know, I would even go as far to say that Yoshi P is actually one of the more humble business people when it comes to video games because, I mean, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even have those letters from the producer live streams where he talks about all the updates coming for 14 and anything Final Fantasy related. He's actually talking to his audience, basically. there's that damn ghost again.
Ghosts. Just like Toby Rama when he finds out Sarada becomes an ex-Hokage. He's gonna rise out of his grave to stop that.
Yes.
Ain't no Uchiha gonna be no Hokage.
I was I was looking at that meme right before we got started with the stream. Oh god.
No damn Uchiha. Go.
Damn Uchiha! I should watch that video again. Guy
Why
enters
that-
the different anime worlds.
Yeah. Toby Rama's my goat. I don't care.
Damn Uchiha! Just the way how that guy said it. It's not the words that are funny. It's just the articulation or how he said the word is what makes it hilarious.
Like he was so much hate.
Yes.
So much hate towards Uchiha. It's funny.
Damn Uchihas.
Oh yes, Lord Doom, rise from his grave at the head of the Raptor army.
He knows how to handle Uchiha.
Get a raptor, name it Blue from Jurassic World, I guess.
That sounds cool.
I found it funny that by around the time when the first Jurassic World hit, and one of the memes I found in regards to the Velociraptor Blue, since it was blue-colored, someone actually had its picture and had the logo to Blue's Clues next to
Just
it.
figured out Blue's Clues.
Yes. Yes.
Oh god, you saw the chat.
Kaus wants to make Konoha great again, Kappa.
I mean, is he wrong?
Not wrong.
Oh yeah, I still don't have enough souls to make that sword. Alright, new enemy. Frogs. River frogs, actually. And they spit poison bubbles out of their mouths. Or poison toads, rather, pardon me. Gotta call them toads because they're bigger than frogs, technically.
I'd have called them Chazwazas.
Jazzwazas.
If you're wondering why I'm jumping around, there may be souls in the sky that I can collect. Even though you have currency with Rio and whatever else, I would even go as far as say that the souls act as its own separate currency. Put them in the slums on the edge of the village. Thanks, Head Advisor Kaus, for the idea. Ugh. Even if one was to defect from his own kind, we would still scrutinize him, even though he would say, "But I'm no longer a part of the clan. I defected from them a long time ago." Then Kaus would say, "Once an Uchiha, still an Uchiha."
Uchiha. Always an Uchiha.
I think it'd be funny if Tobirama actually did come up from out of the grave, found Sasuke. If Sarada actually did become Hokage, he would come up to Sasuke, hold him to a wall, lift him up, and say, "Where's your daughter?" No, okay.
Yeah. I'm here.
I thought you'd get a laugh out of that.
I thought I did.
I did. Oh.
No, it's just whenever I say that line, you get tickled real easily, like spaghetti or. I'm still trying to process what that other thing that actually made you laugh was.
Oh,
Or
man,
that other word.
It was another
But
word.
Yeah, but it was such a long time ago. That's the thing. Oh yeah, I can go ahead and give you this. Muteki. Hey, for future installments, recommend Clint Eastwood as Kazuma Kiryu.
Friggin' Lord, I, Danzo, will end the Uchiha threat thanks to head advisor Kaos convincing Itachi to squad wipe his family.
Oh
It's gotta
boy.
happen.
That is bad, but
Gotta
funny. Bad, but funny.
No, what's the Captain Falcon thing, you know?
Hey, it works. Yeah, take that, Todd Howard.
Clint Eastwood? Nah.
Don't you know that Westerners are dead? Speaking of dead.
Yeah. Somebody who loved rewinding his tape of Turtles 3 because that one scene where I think Elias chucks a guy into the water because of the sound the guy makes when he's getting chucked in the water. He goes, like a Mortal Kombat. That had me dying as a kid. That was, bruh. I would always, because the noise he made, it's like friggin' Mortal Kombat. Woo!
It's like if Liu Kang actually got defeated in battle. But who would throw him in the river? That's the question.
There's two. Lord Doom said he's making me the Shockwave of the Uchiha clan. Metal. You remember Shockwave, dude? Metal.
Hey, it's Momohime. She's in the hot spring too.
Oh yeah, they're like, who are you? I know someone else is here. My bad.
I will say her third ending is kind of messed up, but you'll see what I mean when we get to
Yeah, they
her.
have multiple. They both have multiple endings, right?
Yes,
Because they gotta like, what is it like? You keep time. I don't remember.
Yeah, when you get the Oboro Muramasa, there's time travel that's involved in that ending. It's where they set things right before any major, like, things of fate that happen. Lord Doom, he's the greatest hater in comics.
Shockwave, man.
Shockwave.
I thought Metal would, because Metal knows Transformers.
Yet
mostly.
in most media for Transformers, they post Shockwave as just a laughingstock, but in, like, War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, he's actually a pretty goated character in the Decepticon side.
Well, it just goes to show that people don't read the fucking comics, where Shockwave is one of the most terrifying motherfuckers out there, because, you know, there's Satan, and then there's Shockwave. Who will, you know, straight up, like experiments on like Autobots while they're like still conscious and alive and shit. He does all kinds of like effed up medical shit to them.
Mm-hmm.
Satan Shockwave. You click that. Not wrong.
Not to mention the whole thing where he was originally an Autobot senator who was like super impassioned and shit, but then he was like set up for this political no deal, and he went through this like ancient Autobot punishment ritual of having like his entire personality like wiped and having like his body like stripped and mutilated and shit.
Damn.
And that's why Shockwave looks like he does now. Like the single the single light in like the weird boxy head thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because before he was like a normal looking dude, but then he got like basically stripped to his bones and got a personality wipe. So yeah.
More of a tragic hero turned into a villain, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But
And worked the F out of him, so yeah.
Metal Lord Doom says, IDW made sure everything was his fault. Every bad thing in that universe goes back to him.
Yeah, basically, it like I said, there's Satan and then there's Shockwave.
That needs to be a soundbite.
First there's Satan, and then there's Shockwave.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we go through the Chapter 3 boss, which we should be pretty soon, we'll end off the stream after that.
Ah, cool.
And then, take a shower, go get some orange juice, come back, talk to you guys, and while I'm at it, I'll probably get started with Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Well, here's my thing. I'm gonna shower,
No, Double R, don't get political.
and then I'm gonna do this commission. And then I'm gonna try and do some of that actual job because they're paying so much.
What are you?
Good idea.
I'm about to say, what are you talking about, Metal? Miles Morales is a pretty goated.
It was a joke. It was a joke. Don't forget to jump off your buildings with the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
Yes.
Ah! That's still good.
Yeah.
One of the newest enemies that we're fighting against here, the Spirited Samurai. They're actually quite the force who work with the person who we're trying to catch up to, Torahime, who is Momohime's older sister.
I'm actually gonna see if I can make this a soundbite right now. There's Satan and this Shockwave. Yep, all I gotta do is just edit this down. And then...
Good luck, man.
I don't want to open this in friggin' iTunes. It's like, hey, did you want it? Yeah, like, I know it's an audio file, but that doesn't mean open it in iTunes.
Exactly.
No.
I hate that shit.
Your music player, this ain't a song.
It's a
Exactly.
soundbite.
It's Shockwave, that's the...
I mean, this isn't the Shockwave media player.
Yeah,
Get it?
This isn't Macromedia
I get it.
or Shockwave player.
Alright. We finally made it to the gateway before the boss of this chapter. Let's see if we can actually forge another blade or two before we go fight Torahime here. Nah, well, looks like we were only able to get one more blade forged, so... Go ahead and equip. Alright. Wait, oh, let's, I think I got a new gauntlet. Yes, I did, the Fox Spirit Gauntlet, so let's equip that. Okay, now, let's go fight ourselves a Cursed Princess. Muteki. Also, Shockwave can transform into a boat submarine.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Yeah. I get that, because, because... Let's just say, for reasons, recent Transformers toys who have had, like, gun alternate modes have been, like, jokingly flipped upside down and called, like, boat or submarine modes.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of get... But it's very obvious, you know, what it's supposed to be. But, you know, for legal reasons, they can't call it, like, a gun mode. Even though it obviously is.
Yeah, like,
Muteki says Gauntlet was an okay game.
I remember that game.
Say that about Gauntlet Legends. That game was, pretty, fun and addicting.
It was, actually. I remember it. It was pretty fun, especially with all, like, the wacky costumes and different...
Wacky costumes, the, cheesy 90s narration from the announcer guy. It's like, Warrior is about to die.
Oh, which is very accurate to the original, which is funny.
Yes. And not to mention that Warrior or Berserker kind of
Warrior
like
needs
He-Man.
food badly.
He kind of looked like
yeah,
He-Man.
of course. But that's one thing I liked, is that they also had the alternate, like, palettes, where they had, like, one that was, like, generic fantasy, but then they had one that was, like, vaguely Norse, one that was supposed to be, like, Egyptian, then there was, like, one that was supposed to be vaguely, like, Asian, I think, or something.
This is
and,
more
like,
the reason
every
why
character had, like,
This is more the reason why I miss Midway, even to this day. Midway games
old Midway,
Yeah, they were probably my favorite American video game publisher back in the day.
Oh yeah, they put out some pretty fire shit.
Yeah, and they put out one thing that a lot of video game companies
pretty
in
good
the West,
pinball machines too.
Yeah, put out fun, addicting video games.
So, how do you feel about this?
There's Satan and then there's Shockwave. Sounds good. Sounds suitably satanic.
And this is a metal soundbite from scratch, ladies and gentlemen.
You're welcome.
Actually, bait.
If you have Discord Nitro, you can use it in all your calls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to run to the bathroom. Oh God, and we're almost done, but I gotta run. Hopefully, I don't miss the
bathroom. I hope not. Dude,
hopefully, I don't miss the
cleanup.
Jeez.
I hope not either, man. What a bad time for the stomach to act up, and all of a sudden our boy has to go to the bathroom. But of course, when it comes to the bathroom, we always have to mention about...
the toilet.
Well, yeah, I mean, we gotta.
Exactly.
It's kind of required around here to mention the toity.
Have you ever seen that commercial for Clorox, Ode to the Commode?
Yes, I have, actually. Well, yeah, I have now. Like, I actually didn't really remember it at first when I started hearing that, but then I went back and watched it, and I was like, oh, I do remember this from back in the day. I just didn't stick in my head for some reason.
So this is where Double R actually got that clip from.
Yeah, funnily enough, yeah, it's a Clorox commercial.
Yep. Yeah, so this is our boss for Chapter 3. Basically, a cursed princess riding on a ghost horse. And not to mention, this boss is kind of difficult because of how hard she hits. Oh, good dodge. I learned a lot from Piccolo from dodging against those arrows, it seems. Oh, managed to get a hit on her before she took off. But she didn't get too far. Based on first impressions, Metal, what do you think about this game?
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, you may want to check this out
Okay.
through Dolphin when you get a chance.
I just might have to, though. I don't exactly have a functioning Wiimote at the moment, which is why I don't use it a whole lot.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's one of those games where you don't even have to use the Wiimote. You can use the...
Well, yeah, thankfully, of course, yeah, but for most of them, I do need a working one, and I don't have one at the moment.
Yeah. And not to mention, if you don't have a Classic Controller Pro or just a regular Classic Controller, you can still play it with a GameCube controller, which makes it even more beneficial.
Ah. Well, naturally.
And finally, we defeated the boss. And we got ourselves the Magoroku Kanemoto Muramasa blade, it seems. And with that blade, we can actually destroy yellow barriers. So we can actually get through the yellow barriers to get to our next destination. Muteki says, I know Piccolo recently found Taco Bell. Yeesh.
ざわつくんじゃね
Yo quiero.
え。こんなべっぴん切られるか。馬を撃っただけで姫さんには傷一つつけちゃいねえ。やめだやめだ。押し付けの任務なぞ知ったことか。だいたい鼻持ちならん野牛の野郎を信じる方が
Yeah, Muteki, we definitely know that reference. Or at least you got the Patriot from her.
俺が忍びで宝刀を取りに来たのは伊賀で聞いたが、今はなぜだか裏切り者として奴らに命を狙われてる。頭でも撃ったのか本当に覚えちゃいねえんだ。知っているなら何があったか教えてくれ。
頭を打ったじゃと。もう少しマシな言い訳をせい。
And so yeah, after we go through this cutscene, we'll hit up the save point, and then we will get to plugging.
Very well.
ごまかされぬぞ。城の奉公人として姫様に近づく。
For our first episode, I think it went pretty well. We did not have any dropped frames during the stream, so that made it all the better.
Yeah, I think it went over pretty well too.
Mm-hmm.
わしが代わってその首討ち取ってくれるわ。うぬの招いた災いがその口が言う太平の世を危うくしておるのがわからぬか。各地に張った結界も我らを江戸へ近づけんがため、もはや公儀はあのたちに操られておるも同然。
Oh, Muteki says when Bad Gamer was playing this game, it crashed a lot for him.
Really?
On the Dolphin emulator. I think...
Dang.
Well, I don't know what was the problem that he had. I think he might have had hardware acceleration on when he was playing this game, because that often tends
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. He says it never did crash. Never mind. So you're saying Muteki's a liar, Bad Gamer.
確かに傷なんかねえし、ピンピンしてら。
I guess he is.
それが本当なら。
Shame on you, Muteki. Shame on you, man.
持ち出した刀が
Oh,
ど
did
れ
I
ほど
actually
危
need
うい
that?
ものかお主には消せない。抜けば世に災いを招くたたり神のついた 妖刀くず竜村正
Oh, he got hit by a soft lock one time. Okay. Now that makes sense.
様の仰せを受け室町から代々母方の血族が巫女として守り隠してきたのじゃ。あれを鞘から抜いた者は何人であろうと打たねばならぬ。それが代々巫女の血筋の役目なれば、たとえ逆賊の汚名が後世に
Oh, dang, Lord Doom. He said Wuthering Wave crashed on him one time, or crashed on him. Dang, man. Sorry to hear that.
クズ竜が災いとなる前に江戸城へと急がねばならぬ。
Oh, man. I've had that happen to me before, too, where bosses will, or certain enemy characters that I fight in a video game, all of a sudden they'll just get, they'll actually clip through walls or even clip through the ground, and you're not able to proceed any further because of what happened to them. Yeah, know that all too well. Okay, and with that, I think we will go ahead and we will end off the stream for today. So,
Awesome.
I think it's my turn to plug this time. So, hope you like. I hope you guys like what you saw. Be sure to follow me on both YouTube and Twitch at Double RPG Reviews. YouTube's my bread and butter when it comes to content, whereas Twitch is secondary, as I stream on there mostly. And also stay up to date with me through social media on both Facebook and Twitter, or X as it's called. Stay up to date with me through those social media websites at Double RPG Reviews. And that is it with me. So let's take it over to you, Metal Blue Eyes.
Well, I'm pretty easy. Metal Blue Eyes 0 on X or Twitter, and that's about it for now. So, also check out Hero for. I almost called it Hero for Club Life. Anyways, Hero Club for Life. That's the number 4 across social media, especially because we stream Wednesdays and Fridays. So, check us out. Got it a little bit wrong there.
Hey,
yeah.
It's cool. It's all cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you can find FighterCows on Twitter, twitter.com/FighterCows. That's where you'll get up-to-date updates from him through social media. But if you want to see him stream, then you can find him on twitch.tv/FighterCows, as he plays games on both Tuesdays and Fridays. King of Fighters is on Tuesdays, whereas Fate Grand Order is on Fridays. But every 4 weeks on a Friday, he will do a Fightcade break. But be sure to hear what he has to say when it comes to whatever it is he has to stream, and have at it with that. So anyway, guys, we all hope you enjoyed today's first episode of Muramasa the Demon Blade on the Wii. Mm-hmm. Join us next week where we pick back up where we left off, and we'll see how far along Destiny will take us from here. So to sign off, I am Double RPG.
Metal Blue Eyes. And also FighterCows.
Exactly. And to end off the stream, since FighterCows is still at the bathroom, to end off the stream, we just got 2 great words left for you. And they are Niño.
Mission accomplished.
Niño. Conrio. Exactly. But anyway, guys, you all have a great Memorial Day weekend, and we'll see you next week. So peace out, adios, and taro for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.